We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. Tonight, the second of four between the New York Mets and the San Francisco Giants. It's baseball on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Drew Smyly will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
All right, let's take a quick look at the lineups here. Here's your lineup for the Mets. For the Giants, Solano leads it off with shortstop, and then Pence drops the number 2 spot. Flores, Yastrzemski, Belt moves up to the number 5. Alex Dickerson, Evan Longoria in the game at third base after Sandoval's successful day yesterday. Aramis Garcia behind the plate. Buster Posey with the day off. And yeah, as you mentioned, Yoenis Cespedes, he's starting to get worn out. I'm probably going to give him the day off tomorrow. But I kind of wanted him to face the left-hander today.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Cut fastball inside. Ball 1. Guys, you take a look at the Giants as they begin play here tonight. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this place is buzzing right now. This team won the opener of the series yesterday, and they're looking to step on this team's throat and take the first 2 games of this series.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Dickerson will slide over and put this one away, and that's out number 1.
I remember when we went here, our seats were way up in the nosebleed section.
Stepping into the box, Jeff McNeil, to show you what he did in May versus what he's done so far at the plate in June.
Not left field, but along the left field line.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. 53 degrees here at game time as it's cooled off considerably since batting practice this afternoon. Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes.
Anyway, let's do this real quick. I remember we were all the way up there. Up, maybe midway up, but right on the edge. And I remember I could look straight down into the, I guess I can't zoom up. There we go. So kind of where that car is, and it says the show. I mean, I was looking straight down into that area. And I remember there's some kind of like little miniature baseball diamond where where kids can play. It's right there, the fan zone. I remember I was looking down at that. I was much closer to that than the actual game.
Here it comes, 0-2. And he won't offer it that. Too high, 1-2. Smyly has become known as a starting pitcher that frequently works deep into games. The kind of guy you want on the staff when your team needs some rest because he tends to eat up innings all by himself. The 1-2. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
For me, check swings are right there next to bang-bang plays at first as the most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
And the pitch. Slow roller left side. Up with it is Longoria. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets. Now it'll be the Giants' turn. No score. Steven Matz gets the starting nod for the Mets. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball. He's slightly over that, but this guy's a better pitcher than that ERA indicates.
Stepping into the box, Donovan Solano. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Pitch on the way. And that one right down Main Street. Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they've been fairly punchless of late, losing last time out and, in fact, dropping 6 of their last 7.
Yeah, guys, dropping yesterday was a heartbreaker without question. But you know what? You find a way. You show up to the yard today, you get out of the cab, and you watch countless hours of video.
But that finds the first baseman's glove, and that's a tough first out.
Batting second, the right fielder, Hunter. 10.
So the bases are empty with one man gone, and that'll bring in the right fielder, Hunter Pence. First pitch coming, here it is. Ball 1. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Dan, we got Patrick Johnson behind the dish tonight. Fairly standard strike zone most of the time, but he's definitely a pitcher's umpire.
I always felt like this. He'll give a little bit on the corners, both inside and outside. I think he's a fair umpire, but I would rate him more as a pitcher's umpire than a hitter's umpire.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. And a sinker is over that time. It's back to 2-1. 1 out, nobody on. Hit out towards second. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Batting first, the second baseman, Wilmer Flores.
Stepping in now, Wilmer Flores. Line to the right side. In there, the base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Man, this guy's really starting to swing the stick again, D-Roll. That extends his hitting streak to 9 games.
Yeah, he's leaking into 3 series right here now. 9 games, that's getting firm. He's seeing the ball well, and he's making the proper adjustments at the plate.
Mike Yastrzemski comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
Well, he's in a bit of hot water in this first inning, but if he can start throwing his slider effectively like that, he has a lot better chance of settling into this game.
Now this is hit not all that hard out to second. The second for 1.
There we
throw
go.
is in time. How about that? They do turn 2, and it gets him out of the inning. An inning in the books tonight, still scoreless here on MLB Network. So here's Pete Alonso, a real threat with the bat, currently the National League home run leader.
This guy's right in the prime of his career right now. The power bat speaks for itself. One of the more dangerous hitters in the game of baseball.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. The 1-0.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
Left a change out there for him, but he missed it. 2-1.
What I love right there is just the freedom in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit the baseball as far as he can.
2-2.
That's a tough pitch right there. curveball, kind of front hip, your first move is to bail a little bit and kind of not want to get hit by that pitch. I can totally understand him taking that first strike.
Now a check swing, and he went around, says the home plate umpire. Tough ruling, but it's out number 1.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Michael Conforto is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1. No score here as we play inning number 2. Good pitch there, had him a little out in front.
Boy, so far early into this one, this guy's pitching really well, and I'm a big believer in body language. He's getting the ball, he's working really quick, keeping the ball down in the zone, and if you take a look at this guy so far early on, a lot of positive signs. He looks like he brought his good stuff in this one.
He'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
Hate to be Captain Obvious here, but he looks great to begin this start. That's already 3 Ks for him in the first 5 hitters. It'd be awesome to see him keep up this pace.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and into bat next will be J.D. Davis. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. Two balls and a strike.
You know, he fell behind 2-0, Matty, but he battled right there and got right back in this count. An aggressive fastball, middle of the zone.
And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Easy fly ball into shallow center field.
In comes Dickerson.
He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Mets go down 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. Lifetime numbers against Steven Matz. He's 1 for 5.
Brandon Belt.
Pitch on the way. Belt, a native Texan. He was a 5th round pick back in the 2009 MLB draft.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
Belt in front, 2 balls and no strikes. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Swings through it for strike number 2. Still 2-2. Here's the pitch. Lofted in the air out to right field. Conforto is there to put it away for out number 1.
Batting fifth, the center fielder, Alex Dickerson.
And that'll bring up the big bat of Alex Dickerson. And he'll be looking to change his fortunes in this one. He's seen his numbers take a bit of a dive in recent action. First delivery to him on the way. Now an off-speed pitch gets the outside. It's a called strike.
It's pretty tough for a hitter to go up there looking for a first pitch changeup. And a good job of dropping it in for strike 1.
And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Change up, and he ain't buying it. 1-2. Bottom of the second here with no score. swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. They'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. The windup and the 0-1. Called strike on the outside part of the plate, 0-2.
Hey, as a hitter right here, you can't be leaning out over. I know those first 2 pitches were in the outer half, but nothing saying he can't ride a fastball in right here.
Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. To complete. Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Here it comes. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Two balls and no strikes to Ramos. Ramos has a history in coming through in the clutch moments, of course. It's always a little bit of a debate whether or not being clutch is actually a trait that a player possesses. But with him, there's no denying it. We've seen him deliver in big moments repeatedly throughout his career. It just seems he elevates his game somehow when the pressure is on.
Yeah, Matty, he's definitely put that debate to rest. He has absolute ice water in his veins.
Can't find the zone there, and it's 3-1.
3-ball count right now. This looks like the best chance of getting a base runner on so far.
The 3-1. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
Ready now, Brandon Nimmo. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. He's set. Here it comes. And that misses, ball 1. Ramos aboard here at first with nobody out. 2 balls and no strikes to the Mets center fielder.
Those were great takes right there. Those were pitches that a lot of guys normally swing at, but he took both of them and finds himself in a productive count leverage. 2-0.
And this one's over at the knees, 2-1. And it misses, 3-1 now.
This situation right here reminds me of sitting on the bench talking to John Smoltz, Hall of Famer. He would always say, even though the situation looked bad, a pitcher is 1 pitch away from getting himself out of a tough jam.
This is hit the other way out toward left field.
Shit.
Yastrzemski's got it, and there's 1 gone.
Batting 9th, the pitcher, Matz.
So stepping in, Steven Matz. He could be bunting here in order to stay out of the double play. Has a look, now the pitch. And they'll try to stay out of the double play here as he lays this one down. To second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So they go down without a whimper here. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. And we are tied 0-0. Bottom of the third now, and now it'll be the catcher, Aramis Garcia. Here comes the first pitch. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. That evens it up 1-1. Garcia stands 6'2" as you see him in the right-handed box. He was taken in the second round during the 2014 draft.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has. Nice pick.
Into the box now, Drew Smyly. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Here comes a base hit.
Now here's the pitch. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center.
Waiting on it is Nimmo.
Wow.
2 down.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, Jonathan Solano.
So coming to the plate, Donovan Solano hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull a trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
A little bit off the outside, it's 1-2.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
Ball 2. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Grounded to the right.
Oh.
And that is through into right field for a single.
Man, I thought this at-bat was over. Down 0-2. He's able to work himself back into a hitter's count, 2-2. And he's able to find the knock.
Here's the right fielder, Hunter Pence. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. A base hit in his first trip. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball, 1-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Now a changeup, but it misses just a little below the zone. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line in right. Conforto is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. 1 left for San Francisco. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Now at the plate, Ahmed Rosario. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case. Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. And smart to lay off there as the fastball misses. It's 1-2 now. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Ahmed Rosario goes down to become the first out here in the 4th. Pitch on the way. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time.
Name of the game out on the mound is to disrupt timing of the hitters in the box. He certainly got this guy on the defensive.
3-0 now.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
And that's finally over for a strike.
4 straight changeups.
Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And he likely had ball 4 that time, but couldn't hold back on the swing, so that moves the count to 3-2 now. swing and a miss, and they come back from a 3-0 count to sit him down on strikes, and there are 2 gone.
Pretty impressive back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
In there for strike 1, 0-1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. Cespedes behind, a ball and 2 strikes. Mets are still looking for their first hit of the ball game. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Pretty good breaking ball to lay off of right there. If I'm pitching, I might think this guy might be sitting on something off speed.
Hard on the ground towards short. That's a hit, the first of the game for the Mets.
Up next for the Mets, the first baseman, Alonso.
Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Now a swing and a fly ball. And it's a foul ball. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here now the 2-2. And he fouls this one off. Now another 2-2. Started to go around, but he's able to check his swing for ball 3.
Hey, great job of holding up right there. Little 2-out lightning might ensue by 1 check swing holding up.
And now in advance of a big 3-2 pitch, time is called at the plate as he'll press the reset button. Now the 3-2 pitch. There's a swing, and he sends the ball high in the air into left field. Into the bleachers and gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, number 28 on the season, as the Mets are out in front now, 2-0.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
In now, Michael Conforto. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here's the pitch. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Looks like that bomb earlier in the inning kind of put this pitcher on the defensive. Not being very aggressive right now.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
This is where you cash your checks right here. 3-1. You're one of the best hitters in the game. You live for situations like this.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Ripped on the ground to first.
Damn.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. But the Mets do strike for 2, both coming on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now 2-0 New York. ready to go for the last half of the inning. And up next, the utility man, Wilmer Flores.
Wilmer Flores.
First delivery to him on the way. That just misses off the inside for ball one.
Pitcher wants to have a quick inning right here, capitalize on the momentum his batters have.
Counts even at 1-1 to Wilmer Flores. Good pitch there down below the zone, got him to go after it.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
Breaking ball called just a bit low.
I don't know if that was a great take or he got fooled. He's certainly trying to play it off like he knew what was coming. You could bet he'd be on alert for that curveball again.
Line drive to left.
Shit.
And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
Looking at this, you know he had to be sitting on that pitch because he jumped all over it. Tried to keep him off balance with the old Uncle Charlie, and he was having none of that. Not a bad pitch. He was just waiting for it and blasted a leadoff double.
Standing in now, Mike Yastrzemski, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike. No one out with a runner at second. Change up just off the black, and it's 2-1.
Hasn't seen a heater yet in this at bat. One might be coming right here.
The 2-1. Strike two, swinging.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. On deck, the left-handed hitting Brandon Belt. Payoff pitch on its way. Drilled to the right side. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Row, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike two.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout or are you still looking for the double play ball?
Good time to try.
In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Perfect throw,
yes!
And they got him at second.
First out of the inning.
The 1-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Catch is made in medium deep left center. Here comes the runner for the plate. A tag from Ramos, but it's not in time. Safe at the plate. So 2 away for the Giants here in the 4th. And into bat next, it'll be Alex Dickerson. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1.
Time to be aggressive with these hitters now. After that sac fly, now it's time to try to get out of this inning with only 1 run scored.
Giants center fielder ahead with a 2-0 count.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zone with a 3-ball count.
He loses him on ball 4.
The hitter was dug in looking for something to hit, but he would have needed a telephone pole to hit that thing way out of the zone.
Longoria.
Ball 1 taken just off the inside.
Hey, I know the tying run's at first right here, but if the pitcher on the mound executes, keeps the ball in play, I think good things are going to happen.
1-1 to count. As a look, now the pitch. Softly hit here to the left side. And that's in there. Base hit.
That's the name of the game right there, boys. Get on base any way possible. They're not all going to be beauties, but that one falls in front of the left fielder for a base hit.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. To the plate now, Aramis Garcia. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. 2 men on, 2 away here in the fourth. And he misses again, 2-0.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Now a pitch swung on and missed. It's 2-1.
Boy, what a time to pull the string on him. On 2-0, there's no way anyone's thinking changeup. So if you can locate it, that's pretty much unhittable.
Three and one, here it is.
Oh,
Here's
my
the two-seam
God.
fastball that bears in a bit too tight. It's ball four.
That walk is going to feel a little extra frustrating for this pitcher. Not only do you never really want to walk the number 8 hitter, but it's also going to let the pitcher hit this inning instead of forcing him to lead off the next one.
Ready. Here's the first offering. Drew Smyly will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. 1 run, 6 hits, and no errors on the Giant ledger to this point. A ball and 2 strikes to the Giants pitcher.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it out right here. He's got a chance to help himself, and nothing's a bigger backbreaker to a team than watching the pitcher drive in.
Here's a pop-up now. Davis is there to make the catch, and they'll escape the bases-loaded jam by giving up just 1 run. So 1 run here on 3 hits, no error. Standing in, J.D. Davis. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5. First pitch of the at-bat.
Count 1-0.
The 1-0 home.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1 and 2. The count's now on 2 and 2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
This one's down to third. Longoria's there. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
The catcher, number 4.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Wilson Ramos. He drew a walk his first time up. Here it comes. A ball and no strikes. 5th inning, 2-1 our score. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. Fly ball out to straightaway right. And there to take it in is Pence, and that's out number 2.
Now batting, the 7th.
At the plate, Brandon Nimmo. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball 1.
So far this year against Southpaws, Nimmo is a real threat at the plate. His batting line sits at the .340 mark.
These are the type of hitters that absolutely frustrate a pitching staff and a pitching coach. He's not trying to do a ton of damage, but he's certainly going to put...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Wackney.
Thanks, Matt. Between innings, I was able to discuss the current state of the Giants lineup with their manager, Gabe Kapler. And one thing he mentioned is how well they're doing at simply putting the ball in play. He said he's really proud of the fact that they've only gone down on strikes once in the game, all while averaging over a base hit per inning. If that kind of combination continues, he thinks there's a lot more to look forward to.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Set now for the bottom of the fifth, and stepping in is the veteran shortstop, Donovan Solano. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he gets ahead 0-1. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Here it comes. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning. So close, but not enough on the fly ball there, and that's a story these guys have heard before as we take a look at the list of teams with the fewest home runs this year. And as you see there, they find themselves 2 from the bottom, 13th place in the National League. Ready once again, Hunter Pence, 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1. Here it comes. And no offer that time from Pence as it evens the count at 1-1. This is line to left. Pulling it in out there is Cespedes, and there are 2 gone now.
I scored the 2 runs on a
The second baseman.
Pete Alonso 2-run home run.
Flores.
With 2 outs,
Trying to pick
Cespedes
things up where we left
had
off.
a ground ball base
He
hit.
hit a 2-bagger
First
and
hit
later
of the Mets,
scored in his
for the Mets,
previous plate appearance.
in the game, and then Alonso hit a home run.
First pitch of the at-bat.
1-0.
Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Yeah, I've got Waka throwing.
Outside, 3-0 now.
Now with the base is empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
And this one misses inside a ball. He walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner. Into the box, Mike Yastrzemski. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. In there, no balls and a strike. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike.
Hey, that's a nice take by the batter right there, but that's a non-competitive off-speed pitch. Got to do better to at least entice a swing.
And the slider bounces, and that'll get on by. The tag, and he is safe on a very close play at the bag. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Swings through it for strike number 2. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery.
Oh, God.
Looked like he just tried to do too much with that fastball right there. He overthrew it a little bit. That's pretty much the case when you airmail a fastball like that.
Oh! Right side, fair ball down the line. He pulls into second safely as a run comes across to score on the play, tying the ball game.
Cliches are around for a reason, and that hit right there is a reason they say baseball is a game of inches, right? Just barely fair, but that's not much consolation to the guy standing on the mound. Nice RBI two-bagger.
Into the box now, Brandon Belt, as he'll take a look at a sinker here. Line towards center field. Nimmo will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Giants get a run on the RBI double through 5 innings, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Back now for the start of the 6th inning, and we send it down to Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far, and he told me the quality of their swings needs to improve as the game moves forward. They're struggling to drive the baseball into the gaps right now, as only one of their hits has been for extra bases. That makes it pretty tough to generate runs, but he said it's up to everyone in the lineup to make the necessary adjustments. It hasn't gone their way to this point, but that shouldn't mean they can't put together some great swings the rest of the way.
Thank you, Heidi. Jed Lowry will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th.
Number 4, Jed Lowry.
And he pulled the string a bit too sharply there on a curveball as it's down around the shoe tops. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. The 1-0. Gets him to chase a ball out of the zone for the first strike.
You could just see this guy out on the mound right here. Just the body language. He knows he's on top of his game. Executing a nasty slider down the way right there, giving this offense no chance.
I'll probably play Marisnik for Cespedes tomorrow. But
it's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking.
Actually, no, I'll probably play
Just
Dominic
flat out
tomorrow.
Frozen there. Nothing too deceptive about that four-seam fastball, so I think he wasn't expecting it at all.
So now to the plate, Ahmed Rosario. As with one away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. 1-1 to the Mets leadoff hitter. The 1-1 home. Is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Guess who tipped their hand? They were sitting all over a piece of cheese. He flew open on the front side.
Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first.
Just stop swinging
no
at this
swing.
guy's.
It's ball 2.
He throws like 80% junk, and I keep falling for it.
And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
After watching that one go by and a ball being called, you could rest assured he knows he's not getting away with another one of those. I guarantee you he's going to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Number 6.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jeff McNeil. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Fastball well outside. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Hit out towards second. Solano for one. Relay to Belt. They
Double
get
play
two,
machine.
and that'll end the inning. 4-6 to 3. Justin Wilson enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 38. Justin Wilson.
You can't hear me, you said? How about now?
Bottom of the 6th inning now, and standing in the outfielder, Alex Dickerson. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Sent on the ground out to second. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Now batting, third baseman.
Digging in, Evan Longoria. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Fouled away. Here comes the 0-1. And it's 1-1. Wilson is adjusting to the new normal as MLB now mandates that relievers reach the end of an inning or face 3 or more batters before being replaced. And for a one-time lefty specialist like this, that's a big change.
I was saying, yeah, I'll play Dominic Smith in left field tomorrow.
Number 16.
Stepping in now, Aramis Garcia. As he'll take a look at ball 1. It was a walk in his last trip. On the ground to the right side. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
You know, as a former infielder, Danny, they always say you can't be in 2 places at once, but you got to be a little frustrated right here that ball found the hole.
Yeah, that's a tough thing to make a quality pitch, and a guy shoots one through the right side, normally a vacated spot right there. 9 out of 10 times.
Crawford.
Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. Against left-handed pitching so far this season, Crawford brings a batting line of barely over 200, so there's certainly some room for improvement there.
Yeah, Matty, he's well aware of it. Runners in scoring position, that's where you need to be on your game. He's just expanded his zone entirely too much in these situations.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Brandon Crawford goes down for the second out here in the bottom half. At the plate, Donovan Solano lifted down the line in left. And they can't run it down. Comes set, the 0-1.
Got the call.
2 men are on with 2 men out. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. Here's the 0-2. Got him looking, and that ends the inning.
Wow.
Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Jondo Gustave is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 74. Yonder.
7th inning ready to roll.
Look at this. I only have 2 hits this game.
And up next, the big RBI-minded bat of Yoenis Cespedes.
Hey, Flobo.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
Good spot to be in right now as a hitter. Count your favor 1-0. Good time to get a fastball and turn it loose.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. And now the Giants are going to get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Now the 1-1 pitch.
Inside, ball 2.
Wanted to get the front door curveball on the inside corner there, but it backed up a little and stayed off the corner.
A swing and a ground ball to third. On to first and a big out to start the 7th. 1 gone.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Ready to take his hacks again, Pete Alonso, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Matty, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
1 ball, no strikes to count. A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman.
1-1.
And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. And a fastball, but he's losing it a bit here to 3-1 now.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
The 3-1. And he lays off. Ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here. So striding in, Michael Conforto. No hits to this point. He's set and the pitch. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
It's always dramatic.
0-1. Here it comes. Outside for a ball. 1-1. Possible go-ahead runs on first. 1 away. A swing and a drive sent down toward the
hit
gap.
the deep.
Back goes Pence
Right.
to the track. And this one bounds around against the wall. And he's in safely to third.
RBI triple.
Also in, and with it, they take the lead.
Boy, those have to feel really good, D-Row. You get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the 2nd inning. You want to show
Almost
up
out
when
of
the
here.
game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
J.D. Davis the next to bat. 0-1 the count. A man at third with 1 away. And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. And before the 0-2 pitch, he'll step out of the box here to regroup. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Pulled the fastball down a little too much there. That's ball 1. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
The catcher.
And that'll bring up Wilson Ramos. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Men on third with 2 down. That misses. 1 ball and 1 strike here to the Mets backstop. Here's the 1-1.
Count is 2-1.
And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2. Chases out of the zone for strike 3, and that's the 3rd out of the inning.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Mets pick up a run on the RBI triple. Get up and stretch, and New York's taken a 3-2 lead. Last half of the 7th here.
leading up for the Giants.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Dylan Betances will come on to make his 40th appearance this season.
68. Dylan Betances.
Buckle up. Who's up? Hunter Pence.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. One 0 count. Here it is. And that's off the plate and high. 2-0 now.
2 balls, no strikes.
Two balls and a strike. A bouncer to the left side. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone.
Up next to the Giants, the second baseman, Wilmer Flores.
Coming to the plate now, Wilmer Flores. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. First offering on its way. Swing and a miss on a ball inside. 0-1.
Woo-wee! That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
Bases are empty. 1 man out. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. The 2-1 home. Swing and a line drive, but foul. Ready with the 2-2. Outside and a full count, 3-2. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. And the throw is made to record the
Finally
second out
made
of the inning.
Flores look bad. He's been
professional catchers
getting a
make
ton of
those
hits
plays look easy
off
most
of
of the
me.
time, but that was a big play
Fold
that
him,
shouldn't
though.
go unnoticed. Had he found a way on, he would have represented a tying run, so that was a nice job there to make sure that strikeout didn't get wasted.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Mike Yastrzemski. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now.
One pitch away from wrapping up a very good innings work out of the bullpen here.
And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. Giants are down 1-2-3. They're down 3-2. Danny Jimenez is on his way into the ballgame now as he'll be making his 50th appearance of the year. Ready to begin the 8th and ready to bat next, the Wyoming native Brandon Nimmo.
Lugo gets up and starts throwing.
First pitch of the at-bat. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. And it looks now like a right-hander's getting hot in the Giants bullpen. Blowing away as he misses again. 2-0.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty, but hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
3-0 now.
Is this the guy from last night that was walking everybody?
The pitch. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter, you just have to tip your cap and look for the next one.
The 3-1. Belted high and deep into right center.
Dickerson's going back.
And just short of a home run, this ball's off the wall.
Oh.
But he can't get there, and it bounces over the wall. It's a ground rule double.
And if not for the ground rules here, or if it hadn't,
out of the ballpark,
no, it's just almost a home run,
spot,
and then see
it bounces off
damn,
that hard
if it didn't
warning
bounce
track
out of here,
and over the wall for
I would have had
a
an
ground
easy
rule double.
triple.
Not sure if he had triple on his mind, but I doubt he'll complain too much about getting to coast into second base.
Dominic Smith will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Pinch hitting for the Mets. Number 2, Dominic Smith.
Just gets a piece of it. Strike 1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. From the stretch. And a pitch takes off inside and gets away. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. And now we'll take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. And now he'll again ask for time. And one thing you don't want to do is get a pitcher too riled up out there. 2-2. now a check swing, but he does manage to hold up in time. Ball 3.
Great job to keep your hands back and not fully commit. The body was out in front on a great changeup right there, but he was able and strong enough to keep his hands back.
Line towards center field. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third.
All right.
And a big RBI there as the run scores to make this a 2-run game now.
Every team is looking for that insurance run late in the game. That run right there gives them a 2-run lead heading into the late innings.
Ready for another shot now. Ahmed Rosario. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Line to the right side.
All right.
Try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. The throw into second. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
As we look again at that double here, you can see that he was thinking.
I'm lucky that throw was
out of
offline.
Smashed it down the line, and that was some
Pence
great
got to that ball
to
pretty
beat the throw
quickly.
to second to earn himself a double.
You can see his arm strength is below average, and his arm accuracy is only 56. So not the best arm in the outfield.
So here's Jeff McNeil
as he swings and
Oh.
lifts it in the air out to left field.
No.
Yastrzemski is over just a few steps to his right as he takes it for route number 2.
The left fielder, number 52, Nym Sf.
So 2 are gone in the Mets half of the 8th. And up next, the big RBI-minded bat of Yoenis Cespedes. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing,
Yeah.
high drive,
There we
left
go.
field and deep. Back goes Yastrzemski.
Yeah!
And bye-bye, that one's gone into the bleachers. It's a 2-run shot here for Yoenis Cespedes. Number 22 on the year as they open it up to 6-2 now.
Yeah, and that home run is an absolute backbreaker. You still have some baseball left to play here, but with a 4-run lead, it could be a non-save situation. So they might get the rest of their closer the rest of the day. 4 runs feels awfully good.
Sam Coonrod enters the ball game out of the pen, looking for the final out here in the top of inning number 8. Pete Alonso will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. First offering on its way. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
If he doesn't shorten his swing up right there, there's no chance he keeps his bat back.
Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
If I'm managing this hitter right here, he doesn't even have to look down at the third base coach. You know he's got the green light. He's one of the best hitters in your lineup.
3-1.
You maybe get 2 pitches a game where all the guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that situation.
Three runs already home here. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
From the stretch. Too low,
Why did
1-0.
you said Walker reminds you of Parnell? How come?
Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
Outside with the fastball as the count moves to 2-1 now.
Maybe. He's got a lot more facial hair. Longer hair.
Popped him up.
Got under it.
And Longoria will make the catch to retire the side. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Mets 6 and the Giants 2. Seth Lugo is on to take over on the mound now, and he'll take over the cleanup spot in the lineup following the double switch. Dominic Smith will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base.
We got Heidi's thoughts earlier in the game. Yeah, I'm not finished with the defensive moves. I'm also going to take Cespedes out of the game. Once again, the warm-ups for Seth Lugo just take forever because he has such a long windup. Okay, another change here.
Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And set to go is the veteran first baseman, Brandon Belt.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So Marisnik comes in the game in left field, and Dominic Smith comes into play first base.
Now playing left field, number 16, Jake.
The pitch.
Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make them try to bring the ball in the strike zone.
0-1 pitch on its way. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
Hey, obviously he had a pretty good gauge on that first heater right there. He was super aggressive, thought he was getting another one, slowed him down with the curveball. That's the cat and mouse.
Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2.
Man, a pitcher let the guy off easy right there. That 0-2 pitch wasn't even close. I'd rate that as a non-competitive pitch.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
And it's fouled away.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
Another try at 2-2. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first down.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
At the plate now, Alex Dickerson. As he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Ready with the 1-0 pitch.
Nope. He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
2-1 after the foul ball there. And the pitch. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that was perhaps bay bound, but instead it's a long foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Hit to third. Davis brings it in. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman, Evan Longoria.
Stepping in, Evan Longoria is looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. Ball 1.
Oh, he's not giving me the
like this,
corners
calls
here.
that don't go your way can really throw you off when you're on the mound, but you just can't let it happen. His composure is getting a little test right here.
The 1-0.
You can bet he wants that one back at the plate right now. That's a pitch you normally see a guy drive if he has the right approach going.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that's on the outside corner, 1-2.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
Fouled off. Now another 1-2. Try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2.
This right-handed pitcher, his bread and butter is that two-seamer, and he loves to throw it inside.
He spoils another one, and will do it again. good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
And he struck him out.
Nice.
So he was forced to make 9 pitches that at-bat, but he'll take it as the inning is over. Giants down in order. They still trail here. It's 6-2.
Yeah, it was a really good inning for Lugo. All right, we've got 1 inning to go. I've been trying to hold off on this as much as possible, but I need to take a bathroom break. I'm sorry. I'll be back as soon as I can. Okay, I am back.
Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here.
Yeah, delay of game.
Tyler Rogers is in out of the bullpen now as he'll be inserted into the number 6 spot following the double switch. Steven Duggar will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. Now at the plate, J.D. Davis. He went down on strikes last time up.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch outs will stick with you
this
a
guy
little
again.
longer.
And he lays off for ball one. Count is 1-2 now.
Man, he wants that swing back. He'll be thinking about that all night. He crushed that ball. He just needs to stay back a little longer.
The 1-2.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there, just out of the strike zone. But listen, when you're a 300 hitter, you don't chase a lot of those so-called pitcher's pitches. This guy knows the strike zone.
And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first, but this will land untouched. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Pence coming on. He's there and records the first down.
The catcher, number 4.
Digging in once again, Wilson Ramos. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's a pop-up now.
Damn it.
Longoria is there. And that's the second out of the inning.
Up next for
In
Matz.
now, Brandon Nimmo. He came across to score after doubling in his last at-bat. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
One ball, one strike.
2 out, nobody on. Line drive to left.
Nice.
And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. So the top of the ninth keeps a rolling as he comes through with 2 away.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Into the box, Dominic Smith. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. That average way, way up there to start things out. A dozen home runs and 28 RBIs. Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes. One and 2 to Dominic Smith. 2 out with the man at first.
Yep, MVP.
And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
Hey, expect a challenge right here. Does not want to run the count full.
The 2-2. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third and no swing. It's ball 3. And before the big 3-2 pitch, time is called at home plate. A runner on first with 2 away. Good sinker that time as he gets a piece and chops it foul at home plate. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he fouls this one off. Payoff pitch one more time. And he may be a little winded up there after this long at bat, so he'll step out and ask for time. He'll try it again, 3-2. And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get back in this thing. Mets leave 1. They lead it 6-2.
Warming up for the Giants, the catcher, number 16.
Brad Brock, a right-hander standing 6'6", will take over pitching duties here.
Brad Brock.
Set, here it comes. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike one. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Conforto is there, and he's got that all-important first out here to start the ninth.
The center fielder, number 6, Steven Duggar.
And that'll bring up Steven Duggar. First delivery to him on the way.
Count 1-1.
Fouled away. The 1-2 misses for the second ball. One out, nobody on. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
It'd be great right here if he was able to work himself on base. You got the leadoff hitter on deck, and you know the middle of the order's coming up right behind him.
Off-speed pitch, and there is strike 3 called. And boy, that zone just got a bit larger, 2 away.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Standing in now, Donovan Solano. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A ball and a strike to the Giants' leadoff man. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
Grounded weakly down the line toward third. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Last strike here for the Giants. That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Two out, nobody on. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Rosario brings it in. Throw on to
Put it
first
in the book.
is going to be in time to get him, and the Mets have come back to even up this series at a game apiece as this ball game is over.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
And tonight's ends at a 6-2 finish. The Metropolitans wrap up their 20th road win of the season. Justin Wilson gets the win in relief, his second of the year. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Okay.
The final line score for our ball game tonight.
Cespedes, player of the game.
7 hits.
Let's take a look at the
Left 5 men
highlight
on base.
reel.
For the Giants, 2 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base.
So this will put the Mets on the board in the 4th. 2-run home run by Alonso. Drove in
Thank
Cespedes.
you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Giants score a run here on a sacrifice fly by Brandon Belt in the bottom of the inning. And then they tie it up. An RBI double that was just fair by Yastrzemski. And then Mets go ahead with an RBI triple off the bat of Michael Conforto in the top of the 7th. Ramos fanning there. Dominic Smith pinch hits, gets a sacrifice fly for the insurance run. And then Yoenis Cespedes. Deep drive to left, a 2-run home run. It's a 6-2 game. And that's how it would remain. Game ends with a ground out. And Mets even up the series 1-1. Alright, so feels good to actually win one. Floba. Just read that. Okay, Cespedes had 2 hits today, 2 RBI. 2 RBI for Alonso, as well as 2 walks for him. 2 hits for Nimmo. Home run today by Alonso and Cespedes. Matz pitched, not that great, but it ends up being a no decision for him. Justin Wilson, out of the bullpen, he gets the win. He goes to 2-2. Betances, Lugo, and Brock were all solid out of the bullpen today. No hits, no walks. For the Giants, let's see. Flores, Yastrzemski, and Longoria each had multi-hit games. Loss goes to Gustave. Goes to 3-4. ERA over 7. Jimenez tagged with a bunch of runs there as well. Alright, let's advance the day here. Here's your matchup.
Welcome to our Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Let's jump right into Tuesday's action. Starting off in the National League East, Justin Wilson grabbed his second win of the year, helping lead the Mets past the Giants 6-2. The Phils swatted 4 home runs in this one as they pulverized the Braves 12-4.
There you go.
The Marlins pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 2-1. Trey Turner had a great day, driving in 5 on 3 hits, leading the Nationals to a win over the Buccos 9-6. He is currently among the NL leaders in batting average. The Reds combined for 4 total home runs as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 7-4. The Milwaukee Brewers combined for 10 hits as a team as they took down the visiting Blue Jays 6-2. The Arizona Diamondbacks grabbed 13 hits in the game as they got the best of the Dodgers at home 4-2. The Colorado Rockies put together 10 total hits as they grabbed the win against the visiting Royals 4-1. The Cleveland Indians tallied 5 home runs overall as they made short work of the Padres 11-3. Austin Meadows nabbed 4 RBIs with 3 hits as the Rays pushed past the A's 5-4. He is among the American League leaders in home runs.
All right.
The Yankees held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they took down the visiting Orioles 5-0. The Chicago White Sox broke up their 5-game losing skid as they defeated the visiting Tigers 3-2. Sandy Donald plated 3 runs on the day as Boston took care of Anaheim 5-3. He has now hit safely in 7 straight games. The Rangers swung it well with 15 hits in the game as they sank the Mariners 10-4. Lance McCullers Jr. pitched well, earning his 9th win of the season as the Astros bested the Twins 4-3. And that's what's going on around baseball heading into today's action. Join us again tomorrow for more updates from around Major League Baseball.
All right, well, there you have it. Mets put together a win today. Face off against Johnny Cueto tomorrow. Rick Porcello on the mound. We'll see you then.